in the books. Our Max goes out like a fucking superstar that he is, dominates the fucking Braves. Their Max, Max the Meek. No offense, Meek Phil. Nibbling. I'm so scared. I'm just going to put guys on base and let them maybe get a double plays or whatever. Pussy Max Fried, coward Brian Snicker, playing the defense back, making Gary and Keith's brain hemorrhage on the spot. And the New York Metropolitans. How we feeling, boys? A little different mood than this morning, I feel like.
And still, I said Max Scherzer needed to do it, and he did it, man. And he did it effortlessly, except for, one ball, basically. He was cruising. I really thought there was a moment we might get a complete fucking game out of him. That's how aces he was. Right then and there, worth every penny. That game was so important. And then when Diaz closing it out is, he went from a typical Mets closer to fucking our own Mariano Rivera. He's lights the fuck out. It's plus a couple survival runs along the way, some hits from Pete Alonso, some clutch hitting. This is how the Mets won all those games. Good pitching, manufacturing runs, contact, bingo, bango, bongo. They just did it to the Braves tonight. Ain't nothing special over here. This is just how the Mets win ball games. This is what they've done, 54 other times this year, whatever the fucking record is. This ain't anything special. This is how the Mets play and have been playing if you've been paying attention.
And this ain't no fucking Washington Nationals. This ain't no Pittsburgh Pirates. This ain't no fucking Oakland A's. This is a real baseball team y'all motherfuckers have to play now. The first place team. The team y'all been looking up at the whole fucking season. You've just been looking at our asshole. That's the guys. The guys who've been shitting on you, that's the team. This is a real baseball team.
Yeah, welcome to a real fucking baseball team with a real pitcher, real closer, some offense you got to worry about. Now you're playing baseball again, Atlanta. Join us. Join us here in the actual professional fucking major leagues. Let's go.
Now we sound like all those goddamn hillbillies down there that they were sounding the last 2 weeks. Baby. The New York cockiness is back.
The radio broadcast said this is what was built in the offseason. DeGrom, Scherzer to Diaz. Welcome to the postseason in July.
Yeah. If a game like that, obviously that's two hopeful playoff teams playing a game like that where you scratch out some runs, you tack one on, and your pitching does the rest. Good defense all around. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, man. Just how they drew it up and just how hopefully it'll go in October. Guillorme gang, I am the fucking president of G'd Up from my feet up. Guillorme is my fucking guy. And it was just a beautiful game all around, man.
I had to do a double take when I saw that ball going to chop. Like, who hit that?
Bro, smoked it. No doubter. Number 2 on the fucking season happens to come in the opening game of the series. And so what do? We go out there.
Both of them versus the Braves.
Even better. That's what Guillorme does. Does it when it counts.
Oh, shit.
And so now we've ensured that we will stay in first place no matter what through this series. Sorry, guys. You'll have to try to take over first place next series.
And
ain't happening here, fellas. Sorry.
Diaz, after the back-to-back games, telling them to shut up.
Bro, I actually didn't see that, but somebody tweeted me like we need the gif of him zipping lips, and I was like, what does that mean? So he did one of those. Lights out, fucking let's go. That's also probably like, I know that I'm not going to pitch the next couple games, so I did my thing this series. Let me fucking get cocky with it. But I honestly probably would have tried to go with Max in the 8th. Shout out to Ottavino getting it done. But there's no way that game could have gone like Ottavino to Lugo. Like Diaz, I don't care if he threw 7 pitches or 700 pitches. In a save situation, you gotta fucking pitch, man. And if he's not available after this, like so be it. But there was no way that could go to anybody else other than Edwin Diaz. And honestly, 11 pitches here. It's not even like these outings are all that taxing. I don't even, he'll probably be out of commission, but I don't even know if he has to be. The way he pitches now, it's effortless, bro.
And can we just
look at that. Zip your fucking lip. Because I'll tell you what, they do talk a lot of shit. The Braves run their mouth. They're a good team. They back it up often. They didn't tonight, though. So, zip your fucking lip, losers.
Matt Olson, he went 0-for-4 with 4 strikeouts.
The
I can tell you right
sombrero.
now, Freddie Freeman's not going 0-for-4 with 4 strikeouts.
I was going to say, you know who I fear a lot more than Matt Olson? Freddie fucking Freeman. I know a lot of people were like, oh, they just replaced him with a younger guy, arguably a better guy. Nope. He's younger. He'll be great, I'm sure. He ain't no Freddie Freeman, man. And that's some side. We know Freddie regrets it. I think both sides are going to grow to regret that one day.
And can I just say, I mean, we're always telling fans, how to root, how to do this. I'm just going to ask you guys. I'm not going to tell you guys anything. Just like if Diaz does have a game where he gives up a home run or a bloop, just like remember this, the fucking dick of the lineup too. 3, 4, 5. I was doing the math on the couch and I'm like, wait, is Austin Riley really coming up next inning? I'm like,
yeah, again. Yep.
I'm like, he's coming. It's like, it's the fucking Freeman effect where Freeman would come up every inning. And I was like, I'm telling you, they're breaking the batting order. And I'm like, Acuna just hit that double. I'm like, God damn it. We have to face fucking Austin Riley again, but it doesn't matter. We have a guy who just strikes everybody out. Just strikes them all out.
He officially has passed, like he strikes out 2 per inning. It's like officially statistical now. 2 strikeouts per inning every fucking outing. And I think it's just going to keep growing. The trumpets are unstoppable. It is like the harbinger of death. When you hear those fucking horns, you know it is game the fuck over. Max Scherzer, bro. I said it on our episode. I don't think I fully know him as a fan yet. And I hoped it. I expected it. But, man, when he struck out homeboy after the home run, and he was like fucking all fired up, like WWF, like fucking wrestler shit. It's like, this is what I wanted. This is what I've always wanted. And this is what he actually is. It is so fucking great to have, the big, like he's worth every fucking penny, man. Every fucking penny. And guess what? If things go well, we just have another one of them. Except the yin to his yang. Jake would casually, walk off the mound, like no big deal, whatever. Just another day at the office. Got both of those guys at some point. Oh, fucking imagine. Look at my man Guillorme getting the post game with Steve Gelbs. Guillorme gang till I die.
And they were saying, all the things about how he struggles against the Braves, but this was a different Max game. I've seen this Max like a motherfucker come against us.
Yeah, this is not about the Braves. It's about the Braves because they're in this position. But if the Phillies were the team creeping up on us, if it was the Marlins, if it was whoever. It was about the Mets like needing to show up, and that's what they did. It doesn't matter who he was facing, what their numbers were. That was like why Max Scherzer is who he is as a human being. And he was cruising. Did you guys notice that there was like legitimately like 1 ground ball? Everything was a strikeout or a pop-up. There was like 1 ground ball to first, and I was like, I haven't seen the ball hit on the ground in like 5 innings. It was crazy.
Cano was the only hit up until the home run.
And can we talk about that? Listen, if you bet along with me at the Barstool Sportsbook, it was plus 475. We went over with the max strikeouts, under with the runs total, and the Mets win. We cashed that one. I'm so mad at myself for not betting that Robinson Cano gets a hit. We could have bet anything. That was the lock of the millennium, that Robinson Cano would not only get a couple hits, but would be in the center of everything, turning double plays and getting the ball hit to him. It was seeing him with that orange and blue glove in the mix of everything was like, of course, man. Baseball, especially Mets baseball, is fucking scripted.
It's crazy, man. And Ottavino, I remember Ottavino, they like one of the first batters, it was like a ground ball to Pete. And I was like, oh, fuck, we play defense. We have other guys on the field other than the pitcher and the catcher.
Dude, that inning, though, I was watching on the SNY app and it kept crashing and going back to the inning before. And I'm like, Ottavino is 1 pitch away from get the fuck off my team territory. I'm like, I cannot deal with this. It keeps crashing. And every time I re-update it, it's just another ball and another person on base. I'm like, what is happening?
Dude, that's not a good game for you to have technical troubles. Because God. I mean, I'll be honest. Like when people are like, this is what it's all about. This is great baseball. 2 aces. I hate this. I fucking hate this. I can't breathe. My chest hurts. I'm tired. I don't want any of that, man. I want these games to be blowouts. I want them to be easy. I don't need like pitcher duels and I don't need instant classics. So if I was also having TV trouble on top of that, I probably would have jumped out the fucking window. Shout out to Ottavino though, man. I mean, he is not my favorite and I still don't think I'll trust him in big spots, but got it done. So whatever.
Here's the big thing about Ottavino. They shifted Dansby Swanson, 3 fielders on the right side, and he hits a right into the shift on the first pitch. We would go the other fucking way.
Dude, those first pitch, 1 pitch outs are a gift from God in spots like that when they happen. My man Lindor scratches out a few hits. So, I mean, we said we need Pete and Lindor to step up. And I know I don't think anything was majorly clutch with Lindor. 3 for
I mean,
5. Pete
last
drives
was
in
the first
2.
survival run, so it got the first and third.
Yeah,
but still,
listen,
like,
survival
he
runs
takes it.
matter. I mean, listen, yeah, absolutely. Guillorme comes up big. Lindor's on base. Pete drives a couple in early, and we're on the board. It's like that's kind of exactly what we said we needed and wanted out of this game, and they just fucking delivered it. Here you go on a platter.
Do you think he was safe or out in the third inning?
I honestly think no, I don't think so, dude. I think he looked out from that one angle where you couldn't really see the ball bouncing into his glove. I think at best that was we'll stick with the call in the field. I think if the call was out and the Mets had challenged, I think it would have been the same thing.
That's how replay should be.
Yeah, I totally. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is like this is an example of it is so close. You really think it was like conclusively out, Clem?
So it would be one of those things where it would be like it would have to be proven in like a court of law. I feel like the mitt clearly moves and the ball has to be in there, but it's one of those things you can't see without the ball going in. But I do feel like you clearly saw the ball come out back into the left, back into the left. Steve Hernandez Day. We have second spinners and shit like that.
I thought like when I saw it, I thought he was safe. Then when they were like, oh, the Braves were immediately challenging, I was like, oh, fuck. But then I'm not even being a homer. I genuinely don't think there was anything. I got my hopes up for a second when they said they didn't touch second. That would have been fucking amazing. But I genuinely, I was okay with that call. Whether, nobody will believe me, but as a Mets fan or non-Mets fan, I thought that was, not enough to overturn. But also, what were the Braves doing? Didn't end up mattering because Diaz was going to fucking smoke your shit. But playing the defense back like that, I don't know if that's a shot to Diaz. Maybe that's why he was extra pumped up. Like, you're going to play the infield back when I'm coming. You're going to concede another run because you think you're going to be able to put up 3 or 4 on me? Suck my dick. Zip your lips. Keith said that would have been in the hole and it would have been a big inning. I don't know. I feel like that was kind of hit right at third base. But either way, it doesn't really matter. But so there's some questionable managing there. And Max Fried, dude, I mean, obviously he's a great pitcher. Walking the ballpark, like walking scrubs, leadoff walks, 3 innings in a row. Like it was one of those outings where Max Scherzer was clearly dialed in, and Max Fried, I was almost like, I don't want him to come out. Let's keep going with this, which is a cocky thing to say for a guy who's a Cy Young contender.
I was going to talk shit about all the teams he's faced, but he faced the Cardinals, Dodgers, and Giants in 3 of his last 4. So I'm just going to say,
well, you know what?
He's scared. He's scared of a big bad team. He's scared of the best team in the National League.
I was going to say that's because those teams are fine ball clubs. They're not the best NL team. They're just not. That's what you're looking at here today. These guys.
So
just beautiful to see the locks back on the diamond. I know, Janko out there contributing. What do we got? Who is it? You know that she looks just like this too.
She looks sexy.
The kind of haircut she had.
So we had the New York cockiness and everything and whatever, but let's just all agree right now. Like this was like one of our first big games where it was playoff vibes and living and dying with every pitch. And it felt good to get one out of the way. I have 2 more. Going to have 14 more coming up, let alone all the other shit.
That is what's crazy to me, that like this is going to be so common. Like we're going to, and hopefully probably every time we face them, we'll be within a couple games of each other one way or the other. And we got to do this over and over and over. That was honestly the spin zone. I was talking to myself in my head. Like, well, we basically are playing a 15-game series with this team. And that's really what's going to matter. I really think both of these teams will beat up on the rest of their schedule. And so whoever wins this 15-game battle is it. So even if this went south, it's like, okay, it's 1-0 in the with 14 more to go. So I can't believe we're going to face them that often, that many times. We'll hopefully, obviously have some call-ups and some trades and some returns with the injury. But beating these guys without Marte, without McNeil, it's a beautiful thing, man. Absolutely.
It's always nice to get the first one out of the way, too.
That's what I mean. Ensuring that, like I said, we cannot lose first place to the Braves now. Like, can't happen, guys. Sorry. And if you go out there and you win tomorrow, then we get that 12 o'clock getaway day type potential for a sweep. Max he did exactly what we needed, wanted, and just like, yeah, man,
How fucking great was that reaction too of him and Lindor going absolutely bananas? That was fucking great too.
That's why
55
when DeGrom come back
of 70. Go ahead, keep going.
Now, when DeGrom comes back, you have one guy who's got ice in his veins, and then the other guy whose blood is constantly boiling. Like it's just the perfect amount to keep everybody on edge in the dugout, where you're never not out of the game.
We might need to do a fire and ice Game of Thrones type shirt with those two guys, because that is exactly what they are. Look at these motherfuckers.
It's like the crazy guy in your crew and the happy guy in your crew, and you love them both for different reasons, and they're just having a good fucking time. That was
look at that face. He looks back like you. Beautiful, man.
Kev, I told this to you too. I said, this is the first test, this series and this game for the next 10 Octobers of your life, because it's going to be every fucking year. Get used to it, and hopefully it'll get easier after a ring or two. But this is what life's going to be like.
Yo, I can't, man. And that like maybe after a ring, after a ring, I'll calm down. But if this is like a Dodgers situation where we're going to be in the playoffs every year for a decade before we finally get over the hump, I swear to God, I'm not making it past 50. I'll cash out, man. It will kill me. Today was like I was on edge, like it was, I was pitching, like I was going to be on the mound. It's not fun anymore. I used to watch like this is fun. Now it's like, holy fucking shit, man. And it's not just the Braves. It's every fucking night. It's every goddamn pitch.
It's every night.
Actually, I'll be honest. This was one of the more enjoyable games. Like I knew Max was the only thing I thought could happen was what did happen. There's going to be a solo home run here or there. There was like the way he was dealing, there was no chance for a big inning. There was no chance for walks and meltdowns. So I got to the point where I was like, it's just about our at-bats and whether or not we're going to put enough together. And we scratched it out. I was like, this was a delight, a delightful game compared to our recent losses, wins and losses. It's like, yeah, this was easy breezy, man.
It was a beautiful thing. One of the few down spots, which we're getting a bunch of them in the chat here. JD Double Davis is driving us all fucking crazy.
Oh, those are bad at bats. I was saying.
Listen, guys. Listen. I'm calling them up. 877 runs now. I keep telling myself every game that we win where JD has a big fat offer and was missing fastballs right down the plate, it's just we're one game closer to when he does burst out with a couple doubles or something. I don't know. I'm trying my best. My guy he's my guy. When you have a guy, you got to ride with him for life. But, if we were looking at the power rankings of my guys, Guillorme is just skyrocketing past the OG, my guy. It's tough, man. He's in a bad spot right now.
I someone asked about this too, and I'm almost at the point where it's like I think you almost have to put Guillorme at third and then let Escobar fight for at bats with Dom and JD, the upside down people, the people that have been banished to the dark, the shadow realm of this team.
Yeah, it's not a bad. I mean, Guillorme, I feel like should be where he wants to be on the diamond every single fucking night at this point. That glove and that bat is too valuable. He is such a. We've been saying it over and over again. He's that kind of guy. The same way that Braves fans didn't really respect Jeff McNeil, Guillorme's that times a million more because nobody's talking about Luis Guillorme. And I understand why. He's not a superstar, but he's a guy like you don't want to see him. You might not know him. Maybe he's only got a couple home runs. You don't want to see that guy in the field, at the plate. So these are, those are our guy. That's a guy who deserves to be out there as much as humanly possible.
That's the unsung hero. That's the guy who gets a little highlight reel at the end of the year video if things go the right way.
Bro, he's getting his own chapter on the DVD, man. He's so fucking important to that team.
By the way,
they all can play like him.
Huh? Just one Frank tweet tonight, and all it said was Edwin Diaz. Wow.
He got a little. He replied to you, Meek, right?
Yeah.
With a isn't it ironic gift because you were being negative. I said, you better fucking you're on the edge right now, Frank. That could be construed. The judges will go to review and the umps might call that a negative tweet.
But I say if in the moment, like you have to get a hit here, like to justify it. Like
I mean JD he was found money. He was a little diamond in the rough in the beginning. And I just don't think that's the case anymore, unfortunately. And I can't even imagine if Escobar
Did we lose Kevin?
I think Kevin got the nuclear attack that New York City was warned about today. I think he got hit by it because we've lost him. But Escobar, I just need him to get that one home run, and then all right, we're gonna have good Escobar for a day, a week, whatever the fuck it may be. Oh, we got him back here. Dueling KFCs. We lost you about what you're saying about Escobar, Kev.
Yeah, I just imagine if he was giving us a 30 home run pace like he was, has done in the past and was kind of supposed to, because we need it's gotta come from Escobar soon. JD has got to give us something. These, Canna, I thought kind of came around. He was in the mix tonight, so that was good to see. But some of these guys becoming automatic outs is you can't do that forever. We're kind of scooting by, but that can't happen forever.
Some of those hits too. There was that one that went all the way to the wall. And Canna, I think it was Swanson, right? It went all the way to the wall. But Canna was everywhere he needed to be. They fucking Canna corn. It was that all night. It was beautiful. The defensive placements and like you said, the pitching. We're spoiled right now. We're spoiled run.
It was just a good, there's not even much more to say, about the game itself. It's just we played baseball. We beat them. We did the damn thing.
Diaz, I know no one put the ball in play, but unless they were hitting it over the fence, that ball, there was no balls dropping anywhere because it was NCRT, Nimmo, and Jankowski all in the outfield.
Covering that whole
I can get used to that.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. And I know people are saying Frank was negative on his live stream. Frank can do whatever the fuck he wants. I said TikTok, YouTube. This in a weird way is going to grow all his other things. I just don't want to see it on my fucking Twitter. He made a bet. He lost. I have these people who keep telling me to free him. $100,000. He's fucking free.
You know the number.
Yep.
You know the game. You know what it is. Hey,
and listen, we're all baseball fans. We're all Mets fans. You could say negative shit. It's just when good shit happens, you have to be positive about it. And you can't just lose your fucking marbles.
Now, if I say anything where I'm I'm pretty down on the Mets right now. Oh, Mr. Positivity. It's no, you're allowed to have ups and downs and have feelings and even be upset. It's just about the constant barrage of negativity. What are you going to say tonight other than, JD, was worthless. Other than that, multiple guys did their job in a pitcher's duel and we won the ball game. Fuck you if you're somehow negative about this.
I don't understand. Like you said, you texted me. I was saying JD Davis was almost get the fuck off my team. How is he batting 300 with runners and scoring? That was the fakest stat I've ever seen.
It's that must have happened. He must have had 20 at bats in the first 3 weeks of the season. We don't remember it anymore. I don't know because he's a good hitter with runners and scoring position. I couldn't believe it.
I feel like he's always man on second, one out, and he just strikes out on a fucking pitch at his eyes every single time.
Just a little update from my mom. She said, I'm exhausted. I said, yeah, I hate this. And she said, we need to stop ourselves from this crazy involvement. I was nauseous and we were winning.
Yeah, man. It's a sick. This is what's forming though. This is the calluses are forming on our baseball souls.
Right.
You have to get there in October. It's gonna be cold outside. You're gonna have the weight of the world on your shoulders because it's a fucking tournament. You do go home when it's all said and done. So let's get these fucking reps up now. Got Max on the mound. Tomorrow we got Peterson versus
Strider.
Oh, and I haven't really seen him pitch. He's fucking filthy though, right?
He throws 99. Yeah, he has 2 pitches.
Could you imagine that there will be a day, there will come a day at some point this season, one of these 15 games with the Braves, one of those series, that it'll go Max, DeGrom, Ty Walker. That day is coming eventually. It'll probably be for the last, let's hope, 6 of those games, the last couple series. But when we can finally have that click, I'm feeling good right now, and we're not even getting that lined up. You have those 2 guys go out there, plus Ty Walker. I mean, you get Bassett back in the mix for a 4-man rotation. I'm telling you, man.
This All-Star break is low-key coming at the perfect time for us right now, too. With all the injuries, McNeil. Still don't know if the baby's born. Nobody knows. We know Pete's in the home run derby. We didn't get that, obviously, in the podcast this morning. It's great we get to see the polar bear hit some bombs, maybe have a 3-peat.
More importantly, it's great that we get to watch a master at work, Dave Joust. Forget about the balls being hit. Look at the balls being thrown. It's like man on fire. A man can be an artist in anything. Food, whatever. Creasy's art is death. Dave Joust's art is pitching home run derby meatballs. Nobody better than him.
That's right. I was looking at the pitching ninja where they showed all the release points of where they landed, and he was basically Jacob deGrom but throwing like fucking meatballs instead of strikeouts and stuff like that. So I guess
I love it.
Fucking win tonight. If you again split the next two, you get series win. I'm not even going to say the S word right now because that is just dreamy.
Don't get greedy, but hey, it's possible.
It's possible.
Look at my highlights here. This is just disgusting. Look at this. Whoever did my highlights needs to be fired. Terrible.
Definitely not Fleischman slot. Definitely not Fleischman slot. They do a much better job than that.
All right, boys.
So at the end of the day, as we always say, think of nights like tonight.
Come watch the game with us if you're in the New York City area tomorrow. We got a live watch. We're watching the Braves, Blue Haven East.
You get to do this right here, but all in person at the bar.
Coors Light double tap, 3 Coors Light for the first 5 minutes. Merch giveaway, autographs. We're gonna watch the game. We're gonna have a good time.
And we are now officially in the Wu-Tang Cohen era. So we get the W. That's it. You got that Cohen W. I want every night when we win the ball game, I want to see the Cohen W. It got a little overshadowed by the Jets shirt. The throwing bombs and banging moms, which is an all-time seller, by the way. I know I got some Jets fans out there listening. Go get your T-shirt. But the Steve Cohen Wu-Tang shirt came out at the same time and kind of got overshadowed. That is an all-time Barstool shirt and an all-time Met shirt. Go get it. It's Cohen and Ghostface Killer in the box, holding up the W's. That's what we got tonight. That's all that matters. See you tomorrow for the same fucking thing.
So yeah, come out to the watch party's free to enter. Just got there's gonna be free beer. Can't go wrong with free fucking beer. Merch giveaways. We watching the goddamn game.
It's at what, 34th and 3rd, something like that?
34th and 3rd. Yep, 34th and 3rd. Be there. 7:20 is a weird start. It's a little later than usual.
Yep,
but
7.
We'll be there. We'll get some food, some drinks, and go through this together, holding hands, hugging.
It's like it'll be a Mets Fans Anonymous meeting, but with a lot of drinking.
With a lot of drinking, exactly. So at the end of the day, no matter what, gotta believe.
Gotta believe.